Honey, are you awake yet?
What's wrong?
You should wake up. It's 11 a.m. Get up and have breakfast. I prepared it, but it seems it's gone cold. You can reheat it and have it as lunch.
Reheat cold food? No way. I'll order food from outside.
But what about the food I cooked?
I'll keep it in the fridge for you to eat later. I don't eat leftovers. It's old stuff.
I put a lot of effort into preparing it.
But eating cold food can upset my stomach.
Okay, it's up to you, but I have something to ask.
What's up?
Can you help me clean the kitchen too? This morning after cooking for you, I didn't have time to clean up.
Why do I have to clean up? If you made the mess, you should clean it up when you get home.
But I cooked for you.
That was your choice, not mine. I'm not making you clean up.
Why are you saying that? I tried my best to prepare for you. Can't you help me clean up a bit?
No, I can't. Why should I clean your house? If you made the mess, you should clean it up.
You can do it, Lisa. Just wash the dishes, wipe the table, sweep the floor, and mop the floor.
I won't do it. I'm not your house cleaner. I'm your wife.
I never considered you a servant. You're at home now, and I'm at work. So I just want you to help share the housework with me.
So now you're calling me a freeloader at your house? Because I stay at home and don't do anything, you think you can tell me what to do?
No, that's not what I meant.
What a bastard! When you asked me to marry you, you said you would take care of me and told me I wouldn't have to do anything. Now you're forcing me to do housework and calling me a freeloader at your house.
Calm down, Lisa. I know what I promised. I've always tried to take care of you and do everything for you.
Of course you have to. You promised.
So can't you help me clean up?
I can't. I don't know how to do it.
I don't know what.
Since I was little, my parents never let me do these things. I don't know how to sweep the floor, wash the dishes, or do anything else.
But I remember you used to cook lunch for me. So you still know how to cook, right?
I've never cooked before, so how could I know how to cook? My mother was the one who cooked that lunch.
But I thought you were cooking for me. I was so happy.
So, knowing that I didn't cook for you, did you stop loving me?
I still love you. It's just shocking to find out the truth.
Back then, I liked you and wanted to make a good impression on you.
I understand.
Now that you know I can't do anything, please don't make me work anymore. You always said you'd take care of everything for me, so please do it.
Alright, Lisa. When I get back, I'll clean up. Get up and have lunch.
That's my beloved husband. I'm up.
Okay, I'm also preparing to have lunch. Goodbye, dear.
Goodbye, honey. Bob, my younger brother just graduated.
Oh, really? Congratulations. We should throw a party to celebrate Michael's graduation.
I want to host it at my place so that my family can taste your cooking.
Sure, I'll try to organize my work to handle everything. But I have one condition.
A condition?
You'll have to help me prepare. I can't do everything on my own.
But I don't know what to do. Don't make me work.
This is about making something for your family to eat. You want to prepare something special for your family, right?
Okay, fine. I'll help, but don't expect too much.
That's great. I'm happy you're willing to help.
Bob, I think I should get a meaningful gift for Michael. Something special to congratulate him on his graduation.
That's a great idea. Let's brainstorm some gift ideas.
Actually, I already have a gift in mind.
Oh, what is it?
How about a sports car as a gift?
That sounds okay. Michael would probably love that. Most guys like to have a cool and stylish car.
Exactly. I want to show him that his sister can give him the best thing.
You're right.
Michael already has a car in mind.
Oh, which one is it? And how much does it cost?
I can't remember the name, but it's priced at $1 million.
What? $1 million? That's a significant amount of money.
But it's the car he wants. I want to fulfill our son's wish.
Honey, I understand that you want to give him the best, but that's an enormous amount of money. Have you considered the cost of the car?
What do you mean? That's the minimum price for getting him a new and good car.
But darling, that amount equals my yearly salary.
So what? It's just 1 year's salary.
You say it so casually. 1 year's salary, think about it. If we don't have money for an entire year, how will we afford food, water, electricity, bills? Taking our parents out, medical expenses, home renovations, clothing, appliances, and more. We won't have any money to live our lives.
Well, you can make more money.
No, my dear. That amount is too much. We need to consider our home. When we're more financially stable, we can think about buying a new car. I think a car in the $200,000 to $300,000 range would also be a good option.
How can that be? How can a car of that size impress his friends? I'm his older sister, and I can't let him drive a car like that. Plus, he has a car in mind, and I can't force him to choose another one.
Buying an expensive car isn't about impressing others. We should choose a car that fits our budget.
I don't need to know. I have to buy that car for my brother. Am I still your wife? You only have a little money, and you're being so stingy.
Why would you say that? I'm willing to buy Michael a good car, but not at that price. Where would I get $1 million from?
Don't lie. You have the money. You selfish man.
What are you talking about? What money?
The money in your account.
Money in my account? Are you sure? I only have $300,000.
In a different account. There's over $1 million in there. You clearly have the money but keep it hidden. You stingy man.
More than $1 million? That can't be.
See? Don't be so tight-fisted. You can earn money back, but my brother only has one graduation.
Are you out of your mind, Lisa? Don't touch that money. It's meant to build a new house for my parents.
What? What happened to your parents' house that you need to build a new one?
They're the ones who raised me and took care of me. Their house is old and it's not safe for them to keep living there. I want to buy my parents a new house near ours, so it's convenient to take care of them and show filial piety. So that money can't be used, Lisa.
What? But I already transferred it all to my brother.
What? What did you just say? Do you realize what you've done?
I didn't know, so I transferred the money.
Can you ask him to transfer it back? I made a deposit and will pay it back to the broker in a few days. Why didn't you consult with me before doing this?
I can't ask him to transfer the money back. Besides, the kid has probably already bought the car. I sent it to you last night.
Since yesterday. And you didn't say a word. Why did you do that?
I missed it. Please, don't get so angry.
I'm speechless. How could you use such a large amount of money without discussing it with me? Do you even consider me your husband anymore?
I know. It was a mistake. I'll inform you next time, okay?
How will I get the money to pay for that house now? You've disrupted my plans.
Can't you manage it?
Of course not. How can I make enough money in just a few days?
I'm sorry for causing you trouble. I didn't mean for it to turn out this way.
Alright, Lisa. Please, next time, before making any decision involving such a significant amount of money, discuss it with me first. I'm your husband.
I understand. What should I do with the money for the house?
I'll figure something out. Don't worry.
If you say so, I feel more reassured.
I need to get back to work. We'll talk later.
Okay. Bye, babe.
Lisa, why did your family come early without telling me?
I did tell you. I mentioned that my family would visit on Sunday. Didn't you remember?
Yes, you mentioned it, but you didn't say they'd arrive early in the morning. I thought I'd have a day off until your family arrived.
Waking up early isn't so bad, you know?
Coming from someone who sleeps until 11 a.m.? But where are you?
I'm meeting friends for coffee. I'll be back home tonight.
What? You're leaving me to host your family?
It's just my family, not strangers. What's the problem?
Alright. But why did they bring their suitcases? Are they going on a trip?
A trip? No, they're moving in with us.
What? How come I didn't know about this?
Well, I thought I told you.
You never mentioned this.
I'm mentioning it now. My house is spacious, and it's a bit lonely with just the two of us. So, my family is moving in to have some fun. Besides, our house has 2 empty bedrooms for my parents and my younger brother, so there's enough space.
But this is our house. When we bought it, we talked about having our own private space.
That's true. But the house is too big for just my parents and Michael, so it's fine.
You said it's our private space. Now that your family is moving in, where's our privacy?
Our private space is still there. My family won't interfere in our affairs.
That's not the point. The issue is that you never discussed it with me. It's our house, and decisions should be made together. What happened to considering my opinion? Do I even matter as your husband?
It's all the same whether you or I decide. I didn't think you'd object anyway.
I never said that.
So you don't object. What's the problem then? Why discuss it?
That's not the point, Lisa. You should have asked for my opinion, considered whether it's convenient for them. And talk to me before making decisions. I'm hurt that you act as if my opinion doesn't matter.
Fine. I'll tell you next time. I promise to discuss things with you before deciding.
You can't just promise that. It seems like I don't matter to you at all. We both own the house, but you act as if I have no say.
That's enough. I said I'd involve you next time. I can't text anymore. I'm going shopping for clothes. Please welcome my family and show them their rooms and the bathroom. I'll be back tonight.
What? You make it sound like I'm a housekeeper.
We'll discuss it later.
Alright. We'll talk later. Lisa, where are you? You said you'd come home at night.
I forgot. I'll be back later.
Later? It's getting very late.
I'll be back in a little while. What's going on at home?
Well, the thing is, Michael did something unacceptable.
What did he do?
Today he asked me to buy him a MacBook, iPhone 15, PS5.
Boys want those things. Besides, they're not too expensive. You could get them for him.
I'm okay with those items, but he also asked me for $5,000 per month. That's unreasonable, isn't it?
Oh my. That's a bit much. The boy has expensive tastes.
Michael just graduated. It's time for him to start living independently and find a job, don't you think?
He just finished school. It might take some time to find a job.
We can't keep giving him that kind of money every month. It might encourage him to be dependent on us.
I understand. But let's discuss it with him first. After all, there are many expenses to cover.
That's not all. When I disagreed with him, you know what he said?
What did he say?
He called me the family's ATM. Where did he learn that?
What? I never said that. The boy must have picked it up from somewhere.
Really? That's what Michael told me.
I'm telling you the truth. Are you doubting me? Do you think I'd say something like that?
I believe you, but for Michael to say such a thing, it's concerning.
Okay, I'll talk to the boy about it. His parents didn't tell him that.
Mom and Dad left on a 5-day vacation.
They must be tired.
And that's not all.
What else happened?
Michael and I were alone at home and he invited friends over to hang out and drink. They treated me like a servant, ordering me around. I threatened to call the police and that's how the party ended. But Michael wasn't happy. He got angry, cursed at me, and broke things around the house. After drinking excessively, he fell asleep.
It's just typical teenage rebellion. Alcohol can make tempers flare. Try not to take it personally.
I think it's more serious than that, Lisa. He has a hot temper even when he's not drinking. Not only did he curse me, but he also cursed his parents.
He does have a fiery temper. Maybe he can't control his emotions well, especially when he's upset. Chasing away his friend might have triggered it. But don't take it too seriously. He didn't mean it because of the alcohol.
He broke the TV and flower vases and some of the paintings in the living room. I stopped him from smashing the fish tank. He even tried to hit me. It was really dangerous. We can't let him near alcohol again.
I know. Don't accept any more parties.
Michael is grown up. He needs to learn to take responsibility for his actions.
What do you mean?
He should face the consequences of his actions. I'll make him pay for the things he damaged. It will teach him a lesson in controlling his temper. What do you think?
What? Are you serious? He doesn't have a source of income. How can he repay you?
This way, we achieve 2 things. First, he'll have to find a job and start working. Second, he'll learn to control his emotions and anger.
It's impossible. How can he handle the pressure of working to pay off his debt? You're his brother-in-law, not a loan shark. You can't force him into work like that.
What are you saying, Lisa? This is for his own good. He's growing up and needs to start working. We can't protect him forever.
It's too early for that. He can take a little more time. A few years won't hurt. I believe he'll find a job soon.
I hope so. If we care about him, we should do what's best for him and not ignore the situation.
Alright, I understand.
That's enough. What time will you be back?
I mentioned I'd be home later.
Alright, please come back soon. Or do you want me to pick you up?
No need. Just go to sleep first.
But I'm very worried about letting you go home alone.
Don't worry. My friend will take me home.
Okay, let me know when you come back.
Okay. Hey, Bob. I need to talk to you.
What's going on?
My parents seem upset with you. They say you're not letting them feel comfortable in this house and that you're making them follow your rules, which makes them uncomfortable.
I don't remember forcing them to do anything against their will. I did ask them not to go into a particular room with lots of papers and fragile items. I also like to keep the house clean, so I mentioned that they should help with that, especially in the living room and kitchen.
It's not about specific rooms. It's about making them feel like they can't live comfortably in their house.
I just want to maintain a clean and organized house. I've always been like this.
But now that we're all living together, can't we be a bit more accommodating of each other?
They've moved into our house later, so I don't think they are being very accommodating either.
Whether they are my family or not, don't refer to them as outsiders. When you're in a shared space, everyone needs to compromise. You get that concept, right?
I'm not asking them to change who they are, just to respect our way of living and keep the house clean.
You can't force them to conform to your habits and lifestyle. Living together means respecting each other's ways.
And what about my habits and lifestyle up until now? Why do they get to dictate everything?
Well, you should also adjust to living with more people. They're older than you. It's essential to respect and understand their preferences.
I think it's better to change bad habits and embrace good ones.
This is pointless. You won't listen to reason. It might be best if you don't live together with my family anymore.
Maybe so.
It might be for the best.
It seems like that's what you want.
Yes, it is. Perhaps you should move to my family's old house temporarily.
What? Why should I be the one to move out?
My family is living here happily and harmoniously, and I live with them. It's clear that you're uncomfortable living with my younger brother and parents. Since you're not satisfied with them, you should move out so my family can reunite.
But this house is mine too. Why should I be the one to leave?
Their house is small and inconvenient for a large group. It's also closer to your workplace. If you move there, it'll be more convenient for you. I'll even transfer the house's name to you, so you can do what you want with it. Stay there temporarily until my family adjusts to their new life.
I can't accept being kicked out of my own house like this.
Bob, I'm giving you a solution. If you're uncomfortable living with my family, we can live separately for a while. It'll make things easier. You can move to the other house.
It's impossible. I don't want to.
Bob, please listen. Living there is much more convenient for you. And I'll transfer the house's name to you. You can do whatever you want with it. It's just for a short time, and it'll help my family enjoy a bit of time together. Can you understand that?
I don't know, Lisa. I feel like I'm being left out.
Perhaps it's because both sides still need time to understand each other. While we lived together, it was a time of getting to know each other. But now, spending some time apart can help us appreciate each other more. So, I think it's a good idea for you to stay at my parents' house for a while. It will boost your morale and make your work life more convenient.
I'm not sure how that would increase emotions, but did your parents and younger brother all agree to this?
They all want what's best for you. They're also transferring the ownership of the house to you, just as I have already done.
You want that too, don't you?
I don't want to be apart from you, but I also don't want to see you feeling down or awkward because of my family.
I understand. So I'll move to your parents' house for a while.
I think it's the right decision. You'll have more time to rest without worrying about the house getting messy.
I hope so.
By the way, please transfer the ownership of our house to me.
Why is that necessary? I think leaving it as is should be fine.
If something goes wrong and I need to contact you to fix it, I'd be quite upset. Trust me, I promise to take good care of the house. I'll handle any issues that arise and you can rely on me. After all, we're husband and wife.
Alright, I'll transfer it to you. Just remember to take good care of it.
I will, Bob. You can trust me. Hey, Bob. How has it been living in that house?
It's okay, but a bit lonely since I'm living alone.
You were planning to return home tomorrow, right?
Yes, everything's ready. I'll bring my suitcase home tomorrow.
You're such in a hurry. Why not stay there for a few more months?
Why would I? I miss my home with my wife. I don't want to live there anymore.
You're mistaken. It's my home now.
What? Well, it's my house too. What are you talking about?
You still don't understand, Bob. I own the house now. Only my family can live there.
Come on, Lisa, stop joking. I'm also a part of your family. Remember to keep my room tidy. I want it neat.
I'm not joking. Even though you're my husband, you're considered an outsider to my family now. Since you've moved out, my family has been living happily and harmoniously. From now on, you should live in your own house.
What? That can't be. I'm going home today.
Don't come back and try anything. Without my permission, if you enter the house deliberately, it's considered trespassing. I can call the police to arrest you or press charges.
This is unbelievable. Are you kicking me out? Why are you doing this? We're husband and wife. You can't just chase me away like this.
You're no longer the owner. I am. I'm the new owner. If you know what's good for you, you'll stay there obediently.
We're married, right? You don't want to be with me anymore?
That's right. I want a divorce.
Impossible. Do you want a divorce? Since when?
It's been about 6 months now.
Why? What did I do wrong? I've always done everything for you, Lisa. Why are you throwing me away?
I'm sorry, Bob, but I've met someone else.
What? Are you having an affair behind my back?
Yes, that's right. I've stopped loving you. You're selfish, stingy, and have an obsession with cleanliness. You've become unbearable to live with. Let's get a divorce. Even if you return, I won't welcome you.
Is this really how you feel?
Yes, it is.
I never thought my wife, whom I've loved and cared for, would treat me like this.
Now you know. Let's end it. Come to court with me tomorrow.
Fine. Do you really want to end this so quickly? Alright, divorce it is.
After tomorrow, we'll have no more ties. Bob, what's this bullshit?
What do you want now?
Why is the bank trying to take the house?
I have no idea. If you're the owner, figure it out yourself.
You must have done something, you jerk.
Oh, I remember. Has the bank foreclosed on the house?
What did you do?
Well, I mortgaged the house to the bank.
Impossible. Why did you do that?
It was before you kicked me out of that house. I had to borrow money to cover the expenses you incurred, like buying a car for your brother.
You jerk. Why didn't you tell me about this?
You always say you hate dealing with these things. I intended to handle it myself, but then you demanded the house and threw me out. Thanks to that, I cleared that massive debt.
How much did you borrow?
Just $1.5 million.
What were you thinking? Borrowing so much? Should have told me.
The house is yours now, so it's your responsibility. If you don't pay, then enjoy living on the street. When you asked for $1 million to buy a car for your brother, you didn't think that was a lot of money, did you? But I guess it's different because it's my money, not yours.
You're impossible. Are you doing this to get back at me for kicking you out?
I think I should thank you. You've helped me clear that huge debt and provided me with a new place to live.
You're messing with me. Give me back my house.
Sorry, it's not my house anymore. You were the one who brought your family in to take over and kicked me out. You even proposed transferring the ownership of your parents' house to me. So it's all your doing. Why blame me?
This can't be. Pay the debt, Bob. How can my family afford this?
You deal with it. I have nothing to do with that house anymore. So why should I pay?
I don't know. You have to pay. It's not our debt.
Well, I'm not saying you have to pay either.
Then what are you saying?
Let the bank deal with the debt and take the house. So you don't have to pay, but your family will be homeless.
You jerk. That's not an option.
Maybe your brother should sell that car. The money should cover part of the debt.
That car can't be sold.
Oh, I forgot. Michael crashed the car, didn't he? Not only that, he drove it into a lake! So now it's just a pile of scrap metal.
He can't walk without it.
But I spent a lot of money on that car. Damn.
Shut up! You need to figure out how to settle this debt, or I'll take you to court.
What's the basis for suing me? You took over my house in an obvious theft. You didn't even bother to check what was included in the transfer. Like the section of the house under mortgage.
You're a fraud. There's no contract.
That's true. But due to your greed, you didn't bother to check it thoroughly. You just signed it without examining it.
Bob, please help me pay this debt. I'm begging you.
Why should I help you? What did you do to me? Do you remember? Even though we were husband and wife, what does that matter? You kicked me out of the house, took over my home, and even had an affair behind my back. So why should I help you?
I'm sorry. I still love you. Can we be together again?
No way. I'm never going back to someone as conniving and cruel as you.
I know I was wrong. Please, forgive me. If we lose that house, we'll have nowhere to live. Please help us.
Why should I help you? What does it have to do with me?
Can you come back to the house and give us the other house?
Absolutely not. I'm not that naive. I now own your parents' old house, so your family will never set foot in that house again. Enjoy it while you can before it's taken away.
You can't do this. It's my house. Give it back to me. Return the apartment.
You're being unreasonable. Which house is yours? The ownership is mine. You should stop complaining and figure out how to pay off your debt. You brought this upon yourself. You were greedy and you cheated on me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Please, forgive me and help me.
I'm done talking to you. Goodbye.
Wait, Bob! Don't leave me!
Finally, Lisa couldn't repay the loan and the bank took the house. Lisa's family had to go out to live somewhere else. They came to my house and asked me to return it. Michael even broke down my door and cursed loudly. However, I called the police and they had to compensate for the damage caused by Lisa's younger brother. It's truly worth it. The whole family is full of thick heads. Now, I am used to living in this small house. Even though it's small, it's extremely comfortable and cozy. I always keep the house clean, so the house is really comfortable. Even though I live alone, I always feel more comfortable being myself and not having to listen to anyone else's words.